praise, purpose, and victory. Welcome to a journey of discovery, a journey into the heart of praise, purpose, and victory. We're setting forth on a path of exploration and understanding, a path that will take us deep into the scriptures, revealing the meaning, significance, and power of three key concepts: praise, purpose, and victory. We'll delve into verses that shine a light on Yahweh's unwavering goodness and faithfulness, His unfailing love that renews every morning, and the strength we all can find in Yeshua. We will examine the essence of wholehearted praise, Yahweh's unshakable purpose, and how we can commit to His divine plan. We'll reflect on the abundant blessings we're granted, the importance of positive thinking, and the assurance of faith that leads us to triumphant victory. As we journey, we'll also experience the abiding presence of Yahweh, a presence that brings peace and assurance. Let's embark on this journey and explore the scriptures that guide us towards praise, purpose, and victory. We begin with the scriptures that speak of Yahweh's goodness and faithfulness. Consider Psalm 116 verse 12, where the psalmist ponders, "What shall I render unto Yahweh for all His benefits toward me?" This question reflects a heart overwhelmed by Yahweh's goodness, a heart searching for a fitting response to such bountiful blessings. Now let's delve into 1 Corinthians 1:9. Here Paul affirms, "Yahweh is faithful, by whom ye were called unto the fellowship of His Son Yeshua HaMashiach our Elohim." This verse underscores Yahweh's steadfast faithfulness, reminding us that it was His faithfulness that called us into fellowship with His Son, Yeshua. These scriptures invite us to reflect on Yahweh's goodness, His generous benefits, His faithfulness. They invite us to respond, not out of obligation, but out of a deep sense of gratitude and awe. In the fellowship of His Son Yeshua, we find the faithful calling of Yahweh. Yahweh's love is unfailing, a love that brings new mercies every morning. This profound truth is beautifully encapsulated in Lamentations 3:22-24. It reminds us that it's because of Yahweh's mercies that we aren't consumed. His compassion never ceases, it's renewed every morning, and His faithfulness is simply immeasurable. But what does it mean that Yahweh's compassions are new every morning? It conveys the idea that every day we receive a fresh outpouring of His love and mercy. Regardless of the previous day's mistakes or failures, each new dawn brings with it a renewed opportunity for grace and forgiveness. In such unfailing love, we find our portion, our sustenance. It's a love that nourishes the soul, a love that instills hope. And it's this hope that gives us strength, that propels us forward, that keeps us grounded in faith. In His love, we find hope and a reason to believe. Praise isn't just an act, it's a lifestyle, a commitment to honor Yahweh with our whole heart. Wholehearted praise. It's an integral part of our spiritual journey, a sincere expression of gratitude, reverence, and love for the divine. It's not just about the words we say or the songs we sing, it's about the genuine feelings of admiration and gratitude that flow from our hearts. Psalm 138 verses 1 and 2 encapsulate this beautifully. The psalmist declares, "I will praise Thee with my whole heart. Before the gods will I sing praise unto Thee. I will worship toward Thy holy temple, and praise Thy name for Thy loving kindness, and for Thy truth. For Thou hast magnified Thy word above all Thy name." These verses remind us of the importance of wholehearted praise. It's not just something we do, it's something we live. It's a way of life that acknowledges Yahweh's loving kindness, His truth, and the magnificence of His word. Wholehearted praise is about recognizing and acknowledging Yahweh's greatness, His mercy, His grace, and His unfailing love. It's about singing His praises not just with our lips but with every fiber of our being. It's about aligning our hearts, minds, and souls with the rhythm of His love, the melody of His grace, and the harmony of His truth. It's about cultivating a spirit of gratitude, an attitude of reverence, and a heart full of love for Yahweh. It's about living each day as a melody of praise, a symphony of gratitude, and a harmony of reverence for Yahweh. Wholehearted praise is not just about what we do in our moments of joy, peace, and abundance. It's also about what we do in our moments of pain, struggle, and scarcity. It's about choosing to praise Yahweh in all circumstances, recognizing His loving kindness and truth, even in the midst of our trials and tribulations. So let us commit to a lifestyle of wholehearted praise. Let us honor Yahweh with our whole heart, not just with our words, but with our lives. Let us magnify His word and praise His name for His loving kindness and truth. In Yeshua, we find our strength, our ability to face all that life throws at us. The Apostle Paul reminds us of this in his letter to the Philippians. In chapter 4 verse 13 he shares a powerful declaration of faith. "I can do all things through Yeshua which strengtheneth me." This isn't just about physical strength or intellectual might, it's about spiritual fortitude, the kind of strength that withstands trials, perseveres through tribulations, and maintains hope in the face of despair. It's the strength that comes from a deep personal relationship with Yeshua, knowing that He is ever present, guiding us, supporting us, and fortifying us in our journeys. This strength doesn't mean we won't face struggles, but it assures us that in those struggles we are not alone. We are equipped, empowered, and emboldened by Yeshua. It's in Him that we find our resilience, our courage, our fortitude. Through Yeshua we can do all things. Yahweh has a purpose, a divine plan that stands unshakable. In the grand tapestry of life, each thread is woven with intention, each strand carrying the weight of divine purpose. This is encapsulated in Proverbs 19:21. There are many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless the counsel of Yahweh that shall stand. This verse serves as a beautiful reminder that despite the multitude of plans, ideas, or devices we may concoct in our hearts, the purpose of Yahweh remains unshakable. It's like a lighthouse standing firm amidst the stormy sea of our human ambitions and desires. It's a beacon of hope, stability, and steadfastness, radiating the truth that Yahweh's counsel, His divine purpose, will not be moved. In the end, it's not about our plans, but His purpose. And His purpose is not subject to change or uncertainty. Despite the many devices in a man's heart, Yahweh's counsel shall stand. Committing to Yahweh's plan is a journey of faith and trust. It's a decision that we make every day, a choice that shapes our lives in profound ways. It's found in the wisdom of Proverbs chapter 16 verse 3. Commit thy works unto Yahweh, and thy thoughts shall be established. This scripture invites us to lay our plans, our hopes, and our dreams at the feet of Yahweh. It's a pledge to align our actions with His divine blueprint, built on a foundation of trust in His wisdom and His timing. It's not always easy, and it doesn't mean we won't face obstacles. But it does promise that when we entrust our works to Yahweh, our thoughts, our intentions, and our actions find a solid ground, a firm foundation. It's a commitment, a promise to walk in His ways. It's an adventure of faith, filled with potential and promise. When we commit our works unto Yahweh, our thoughts shall be established. Victory is not just a destination, it's a journey marked by Yahweh's blessing. Now, let's dive into a deeper understanding of triumphant victory that comes from Yahweh, as outlined in the first letter to the Corinthians, chapter 15 verse 57, and Romans chapter 8 verse 28. Thanks be to Yahweh, who gives us the victory through Yeshua HaMashiach. This verse from Corinthians is a powerful statement of gratitude and confidence. It acknowledges that our victories, whether they are big or small, are not just products of our own efforts. They are in fact, gifts from Yahweh, bestowed upon us through Yeshua, His Son. This victory is not merely about winning or losing, it's about overcoming, persevering, and transcending. But what does it mean to have victory in Yeshua? It means that through Yeshua we can overcome our trials and tribulations. We can conquer our fears and doubts. We can rise above our challenges and emerge stronger and more resilient. This victory is not just for the battlefield, it's for our everyday life, for the struggles that we face, and for the challenges that test our faith. And then, we venture into Romans chapter 8 verse 28. We know that all things work together for good to them that love Yahweh, to them who are the called according to His purpose. This verse gives us assurance and comfort. It tells us that Yahweh has a plan, a purpose for each and every one of us, and no matter what we go through, we can trust that Yahweh is working it all out for our good. Even when we don't see it, even when we don't feel it, Yahweh is at work, turning our trials into triumphs, our tests into testimonies. This is the triumphant victory that Yahweh promises. It's not just about winning battles, it's about living a life of purpose, a life marked by Yahweh's blessings. And with Yahweh on our side, we can face anything that comes our way with confidence, knowing that in the end, we will emerge victorious. In Yahweh we find our victory, working all things together for good. The presence of God is assuring, a constant companion in our journey of life. Imagine a path, winding and unpredictable, yet illuminated with the abiding presence of Yahweh. We are never alone, for His presence is a promise, a divine assurance that resonates in the profound words of Psalm 23 verse 6. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. Let's dissect this promise, this divine assurance. The first part, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, is a beautiful testament to the benevolent nature of Yahweh. His goodness is not just a fleeting moment, but a constant companion, an unwavering promise that follows us like a shadow, steadfast and faithful. It's not a promise of a life without challenges, but it is an assurance that in those challenges we are not alone. His mercy, a divine grace, is always with us, aiding us, guiding us, comforting us. And then the second part, and I will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. This is not a physical location, it's a spiritual realm, a state of being. It's a place where the noise of the world fades, and the music of inner peace takes center stage. It's a sanctuary, a safe haven, where we are eternally welcomed, eternally loved. It's a place of divine communion, where we can truly experience the depth of Yahweh's love for us. In the house of Yahweh, we find an eternal dwelling, a place where goodness and mercy follow us all the days of our life. It's here that we find true peace, true comfort. It's here that we understand the depth of Yahweh's love for us. It's here that we can truly say, I am home. And in this divine dwelling we are never alone, for the abiding presence of Yahweh is our constant companion. As we conclude this journey, let's remember the importance of praise, purpose, and victory. We've taken a deep dive into the concepts of praise, purpose, and victory, and seen how these elements intertwine in the tapestry of our faith. It's through the act of praise that we acknowledge Yahweh's goodness and faithfulness. In praising Him, we express our gratitude for His unfailing love, a love that is renewed every morning and is our source of hope. Yahweh's purpose for us, His divine plan, is unshakable. It's a plan that promises strength in Yeshua and calls us to commit our works unto Him. When we align our thoughts and actions with Yahweh's purpose, we're assured of our path. This commitment leads us to abundant blessings, fulfilling the desires of our hearts according to His divine counsel. But let's not forget about the power of positive thinking. As we think on things that are true, honest, just, pure, lovely, and of good report, we cultivate a mindset of virtue and praise. This mindset in turn fuels our faith and assurance in Yahweh's promises. And then there's victory, not just any victory, but triumphant victory. This victory is given to us through Yeshua HaMashiach, a testament of Yahweh's unwavering love for us. And as Romans 8:28 reminds us, all things, yes, all things, work together for our good for those who love Yahweh and are called according to His purpose. Finally, let's remember Yahweh's abiding presence in our lives. His goodness and mercy follow us all our days, and we are assured of dwelling in His house forever. In His presence we find peace, a peace that quiets the noise of the world and allows the music of inner serenity to take center stage. In the words of Hebrews 10:23, let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for He is faithful that promised. Let's continue to praise, to seek our purpose, and to claim our victory in Yahweh.